Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
All right, so now we go to the next section, verses 9 through 15. How to achieve perfection. What a nice topic. How to achieve perfection. And you don't have to go to some university and pay thousands and thousands of dollars. You just have to follow Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad-gita. The personality of Godhead says, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So first question, what is the perfection mentioned in this verse? What is the perfection? The perfection.
Eternal.
There's the answer. What's your name, sir? That's the answer. You achieve Krishna's eternal abode. That's the perfection. Now, what is the process to achieve that perfection? What's the process? According to the verse, what's the process?
Appearance
and activity.
What about it? Appearance and activity. You have to know.
Know that.
There you go. Now the next question is, you have to answer the question, you know, you have to nail it. Don't give me something that, no. Give me the exact answer. Okay. Where will I read and learn Krishna's appearance and activities? Krishna book or which canto? There you go. Very good. Krishna book or 10th canto. Because doesn't it start with Krishna's birth? It actually starts even before Krishna's birth. And how many chapters is there of Krishna's activities? 90 chapters. That's a lot of information. 90. Bhagavad-gita is only 18. 10th canto Krishna book, 90 chapters. Lots of information about Krishna's activities. Where are the three places where Krishna's activities take place? Or you could say four. Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwaraka. No, not in Krishna book. No, Hastinapur, yes. That's the same as Mathura. Huh? Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is there also towards the end. Yes, Mathura and Hastinapur, it's, yes. Okay, at Kurukshetra. I knew Kamlesh would get it. Because that's where he wants to give up his, right? You still want to give up your body in Kurukshetra? Any one of those. Okay. Well, it used to be that. It used to say Kurukshetra. But I think now you want to give up your body in your Goshala. Yes? What did he say? That will be very good. It'll be very good. Anything beats Irvine or, yes.
If there is chanting is going on anywhere, it is not a place for the, we can consider it.
Yes, I'll be happy to give up my body here in this place right here while we're doing Namahat.
Yeah,
that's
chanting.
Yes. Okay. And, okay. Let's continue. Being freed from attachment, fear, and anger. So I guess those three things are not very good. Attachment to what? Material things. Very good. We want to be attached to Krishna, right? We don't want to be freed from attachment to Krishna, do we? We're not Mayavadis. We want to be freed from attachment to the material things. Fear. Now there's a question in the Bhagavatam. What is the basis of fear? What is the real cause of all fear? Anybody? It's in the 11th canto. Let's see. The the underlying cause of fear is identification with the material body. That's the underlying cause of fear. Because there is no death, is there? But because I identify with the body, then I fear death. But when you're, like in chapter 2, the sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Right? Meaning that verse, Dehi nosmin yata dehe ko maram yovanam jara. The self-realized soul, dhiras tatra namui, he's not bewildered by the change of body. So the underlying root cause of fear is I identify with this body. You become free from identification with the body. Even in science, right? Like back in 2009, they knocked me out and they took out all my rotten teeth. My wife was there. You have to have somebody there. So I went to the dentist. They took out took about 45 minutes. So while I was under anesthesia, I did not know what was happening. I was completely gone. When I woke up, my wife predicted that for so many years. She said, Prabhuji, you better go to the dentist, otherwise one day, and she used to do it, you're going to preach like this. And sure enough, because I didn't listen, there was that day. All my teeth, there they were in the metal pan. So while that 45 minutes, I was completely gone. While he was yanking and pulling and taking out all the teeth. So when you don't identify with this body, there's no more fear. But because I identify and I think I am my body, immediately fear is there. That verse that I'm quoting is in the 11th canto, when the Nava-yogendras are speaking to Maharaj Nimi. There's these several chapters. Maharaj Nimi is questioning the 9 yogendras, and each one takes a turn answering a question. So one of the early questions is, the cause of fear is this identifying with the material body. Being feared from attachment, fear, and anger. Now, according to chapter 2, what was the cause of anger? Why does someone become angry? According to chapter 2. Because of calm. What happens? Go further. What happens? Yeah, but I need English. We're not Sanskrit scholars. So what is calm? What happens? Wait, what happens?
When you don't fulfill the desire of the yes?
So is it possible to satisfy lust? So therefore you must become frustrated. After frustration comes anger. That was the cycle. So everyone in the material world has to get angry, because lust, or the desire to enjoy the material world, is an impossibility. You're allowed to enjoy for a little while, and then the stock market crashes. And you lose all your money. Or you lose whatever. Okay? And because you were riding high in April, shot down in May, you become angry because you had all your hopes and all your attachments and everything was, oh, I'm living the life, and all of a sudden, whoop, you're on the street, gone, everything taken. Anger. Being fully absorbed in me. So that's Krishna consciousness. Throughout Bhagavad-gita, this concept will appear and appear. Being fully absorbed in Krishna. Hereon, how was Lord Chaitanya always absorbed in Krishna? Always chanting, even while he was eating. He was always chanting, or else he was describing Krishna. Krishna was always in his throat. Okay. Taking refuge in me. So that's your surrender. Sharanam. Taking refuge in Krishna. Many, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me. So just learning about Krishna purifies you. Just learning about Krishna is purifying. Very good. And notice, many persons, right? Krishna is saying, many persons already have followed this process and have become perfect. Look what he says. Thus they all attained transcendental love for me. There you go. The ultimate goal of religion. Love for Krishna. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So, I mentioned this previously. I've mentioned this many times over the past 20 years. There is one case where this verse is not true. What is the one scenario where this verse is not true? Yes, Rama. What happened? Yes, he didn't say I can't fulfill your desire. At the night of the Rasa dance, what did Krishna do when it started? Huh? Yes, what did Krishna do in the Rasa dance? Yes, he walked away. Who did he walk away with? And did he walk away from Radharani? Yeah. Okay. So where did they wind up after this? Where did they wind up? What did he say? No. Yamuna. What did they do? Namhat. They did Namhat. They were chanting, they did their hit song, Gopi Gita. Where was Krishna at this time? No. He was there, but he was invisible. He was watching. Did Krishna reappear? Yes. And he told them, don't think I was away from you. I was here, but they couldn't see him. And that's what he said. I cannot repay you for your spotless service. So you'll have to be satisfied with your exalted nature or service. Because I can't repay you even in a lifetime of Brahma. So this verse in Bhagavad Gita is not in the Gopis' Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Because Krishna himself said, I can't repay you. Everybody else, what is he saying? I reward them accordingly. But the Gopis seem to have bankrupted Krishna because he can't repay them for their spotless service. Now I was thinking about this today on the way here. Everyone follows my path in all respects. In other words, everything has been set up by Krishna. Either you follow or don't follow, but there's no other alternative. Everything has already been set up by Krishna. The whole system. You may choose not to follow it, but the reaction to not following, that has also been set up by Krishna. This whole thing of karma, and it's going to come up. Sinful reaction, who set that up? Krishna. Everything has been set up by Krishna. So whether you try to ignore it or whatever you want to do, the fact of the matter, you are under Krishna's grand scheme of things. So the intelligent person realizes, well, I might as well surrender because either way, I'm still under Krishna. There's no alternative. You can't live an alternative existence. That's what Maya is. Maya is that state where you say, you know what, I don't believe in Krishna. I don't want to follow Krishna. I want to do my own thing. That's all right. That's called Maya. That's called illusion. Because the fact of the matter is, you're still under Krishna's control. You may think you're independent, right? And Maya allows you to think that way. But when does reality set in? When does reality set in for such a person? who doesn't believe in God, who says God doesn't exist, what's the ultimate wake-up call? Yeah, ultimately what? Death, yes. And that's why Krishna says in chapter 10, Mrityu sarva haras chaham. You don't accept me, you will accept me when I come as all-devouring death. Whether you like it or not. Everybody will meet Krishna. So which way you want to meet Krishna? You want to meet Krishna as all-devouring death, or do you want to meet Krishna as the lovable, beautiful cowherd boy Govinda? Which one? I want Who wants one Govinda? Die. Who wants all-devouring death? Good. Excellent. Let's continue. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities. Who can give me a simple definition of fruitive activities? What's a simple definition of fruitive activities? Can you explain? Sanskrit doesn't explain. I need an explanation. What is fruitive activities? Yeah, it has nothing to do with the service of the Lord. Fruitive activities means I want to do something for me to enjoy. It has nothing to do with God. That's karma yoga. Fruitive activities means I'm doing, so everybody's doing fruitive activities.
It's pious activity too, right?
Not necessarily.
Pious activities also can include.
Yes, it can be, but not only. Fruitive activities can also be sinful.
Yeah.
Okay? So the simple definition of fruitive activities is I'm doing something so that I enjoy. Whether it be pious or impious, I'm doing something for me to enjoy. Now, in this verse, the context is pious. Because what does it say next? Therefore, what does it say? They worship the demigod. So obviously this is a pious activity. Obviously. Because by worshiping the demigods, that means you're trying to do it lawfully. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. So what? Let's see. Arjuna, what are the four divisions of human society? I said Arjuna. Sudras, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishya. Very good. When I ask someone, give them a chance to answer. If they don't answer, then please give them a chance. Okay, so those are the four divisions of you. And who created it? Because one time, many, many years ago, somebody at Radharaman temple said, I hate this system. How can you hate it? It's created by Krishna. I found it very funny that the guy hated this system. I think what he meant to say is he hated the materialistic contamination version of the caste system. Yes, but you cannot hate the system because it's created by God. Although we like to say in America all men are created equal, the fact of the matter is that's not necessarily true. Because we see that people are born from their past karma. Some people are Brahminically inclined, some are inclined as Shudras, some are inclined as Vaishyas, etc. Everybody has a nature. That nature has been developed over millions of lifetimes. So when you see somebody take birth and they have these exalted abilities, that didn't happen by chance. They developed those abilities life after life after life. They had to do some pious activities mixed with bhakti, and then they come out this extraordinary, whether it be an athlete or whatever. If you see a very, very wealthy person born with a silver spoon, that didn't happen overnight. This is the accumulation of pious activities over many, many births. That's why it doesn't make any sense to be envious or jealous of anyone, because everybody is getting what they deserve. They've earned it, good or bad. Even when we see somebody suffering immensely, on one angle of vision, that is also due to things that they have done lifetime over lifetime, which is why in chapter 2, what did Krishna say? The wise lament neither for the living nor the dead, because everybody is going to get their just rewards. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna was worried that he had to kill all these people, but Krishna was telling him, no, it's their time to die. Nobody lives forever. It was Bhishma's time, it was Karna's time, it was Duryodhana's, it was all time for all these personalities. This is it. The Arjuna and his brothers, they came out victorious. It wasn't their time to die. But it was time, because he saw the universal form. What did the universal form say I am? Time. And what's time's business? Destroy. That's what time does. Destroys. Everything. Everything material is destroyed by time. So it was Kaurava's time to go down. That was it. All right.
How come all the time coincide at the same time? How come the time of everybody...
Because Krishna, first of all, it's the end of the age. Because Krishna is going to leave the planet and Kali Yuga begins. Krishna set it up that way. Krishna is very economical. Set it up. All right, 18 days. Gone, done. Boss, finish. Why? That's why when he fought Jarasandha, he didn't kill Jarasandha. Because each time Jarasandha would gather an army, Krishna would say, oh, good. More of the demons that I came to kill. Get your army. He would wipe out the army, and there's Jarasandha. 17 times he let Jarasandha escape, because he knew Jarasandha is going to gather another army of demons, and I'll take care of them. Boom, boom, boom. Krishna is very smart. You cannot cheat Krishna. He knows what he's doing. He set up the battle of Kurukshetra, told Arjuna, all you have to do is fight. He showed him, that universal form showed everybody entering the mouth, being destroyed. Krishna was saying, I just want you to be what? Instrument. Nimitta matra bhava. Just be my instrument. Where's my instrument? So here's Arjuna. Krishna is playing kartals. So just like this, Arjuna is killing. He's Krishna's instrument. But he had to voluntarily agree. Krishna didn't twist his arm. Krishna didn't put a gun to his head. No. He gave him free will. Krishna did tell him, whether you do it or not, it's still going to happen. Whether you accept or not, don't worry. I guess Krishna would find somebody else. I don't know. But Krishna was going to get his way one way or the other. So Krishna was telling, okay, all you have to do, just do it. You'll get all the... Krishna didn't even want the credit. He wanted Arjuna to become famous. That's how cool Krishna is. Arjuna, you do it. Just accept.
Krishna's army was also killed.
Yes, because they were on whose side?
Krishna's side.
No.
Duryodhana's side.
Duryodhana took Krishna's army out of Dwarka. And Arjuna took Krishna. Yes. That army of Krishna was in Dwarka. They were called Narayan something. Yeah. So Duryodhana calculated materially by numbers. Arjuna calculated based on his heart, because Arjuna is devotee and friend. And Krishna sitting on the chariot made all the difference. That one point and Bhishma knew it, Vidura knew it, several people of the Kauravas knew. Duryodhana, as when Krishna sits on Arjuna's chariot, he is going to be invincible, because Bhishma knew who Krishna was. Vidura knew. That's why they kept trying to reason with Duryodhana. You're an idiot. Arjuna already showed you there was that time when, I think it's called Dvaitavana, when Duryodhana and his brothers went to show off their opulence. The Pandavas were in the forest, so Duryodhana wanted to show his opulence. But what happened? They got captured by some Gandharvas, and Duryodhana was in trouble. And who saved Duryodhana? Arjuna. And what did Arjuna want to do? He wanted to kill Duryodhana, but who told him not to? Yudhishthira. And Bhima and Arjuna like, what? Come on, man, we've got him. Fair and square, we're allowed to do this. But Yudhishthira, being the super moralist, said, no, let him go. They couldn't believe it. Bhima and Arjuna were like, let him go? Let him go? Are you kidding me? Jeez. They've dishonored our wife. They've cheated us. We've finally captured this rascal. Bhima was ready to eat him. And Yudhishthira says, let him go. They couldn't believe it.
I think that was a plan of the Krishna.
Of course it's the plan of
He
Krishna.
wanted to get everything together.
Yes, it would have spoiled Krishna's fun. It would have been too early. That wouldn't be climactic. But from Bhima and Arjuna, I was like, please, come on now. Enough with this being Mr. Nice Guy. That was Yudhishthira. Okay. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. In other words, we have a tendency as human beings, we do something, we identify it, and we become puffed up. I did this, right? That's the nature of the human being. When he gets some blessings from Krishna, some achievement. Yes, when they go for their Academy Awards. Yes, I am the greatest. Forgetting who got them there, right? So Krishna does something, it doesn't affect him. He's the non-doer. Nothing changes Krishna, no matter what he does. Nothing, he still remains Krishna, even-keeled, unchangeable. Now this next set of verses is very important for understanding Krishna's position, because that's the subject matter of this section. Krishna's position. Now listen carefully. There is no work that affects me. So whether Krishna acts piously or impiously, there's no reaction on Krishna. We have an expression in America, Teflon. They say a certain person is Teflon when he seemingly does something wrong, but nothing sticks. His character remains unsullied. There's an expression, Teflon. Okay? Because there's this thing, Teflon. The food doesn't stick. Have you ever heard of that stuff?
Oh, non-sticky?
Yeah. It's called Teflon. It's actually poisonous. What?
I have one question regarding that. You know, because the Kunti's children would die, she cursed Krishna that your things being wiped out.
Gandhari.
How come that came to
That was part of the drama. Okay, to answer your question, the reason Krishna's dynasty had to go was because Krishna could not let the Yadu dynasty remain on earth when he went back to Godhead. If Krishna had left his dynasty on the earth, they would have become unruly. They would have destroyed the earth because they were as powerful as Krishna. And without Krishna to check them, they would have gone crazy. You understand? So Krishna's family would have become another burden. The whole reason Mother Earth came to see Lord Brahma, to remove the burden of the earth. Remember at the beginning? So Shirodakshai Vishnu said, I'm coming in my original form to remove the burden of the earth. After the battle of Kurukshetra, the burden was relieved except for Krishna's family. If Krishna had left the Yadu dynasty, they would have become a burden from Mother Earth. So Krishna had to first remove them, then Krishna was free to return back home. This is mentioned in the 11th canto. In the beginning it's mentioned, and then at the end. So that's why. The curse from Gandhari, that's just part of the drama. The real reason Krishna could not allow his family, who were all powerful, to remain on earth without him to check. You understand? So that's the answer. So there is no work that affects me. So when Krishna's killing Putana, a woman, nothing affects him. When Krishna is dancing with the other wives, namely the gopis, nothing affects him. You have a question?
Yeah, Prabhuji. I heard that what we put tilak,
Yes?
Gopi Chandan, I heard that we usually get from the Dwarka,
Yeah?
because I heard that the gopis, they love Krishna so much, they become mud, like the Gopi Chandan, they become like that's why we call the Gopi.
Gopi Chandan.
So how the one I'm a little bit become in another track, because they were killed by cursed by the Gandhari, they were killed, right? That is different one, or this Gopi is different one?
Okay. As far as Gopi Chandan, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so I can't comment. I can't comment. My understanding why we wear tilak is two reasons why we wear tilak. First, to distinguish ourselves from the impersonalists. We are Vaishnavas. So the Vaishnavas wear this kind of tilak. The tilak signifies a temple. Why is the temple? Where is Krishna? A place where Krishna lives is a temple. Therefore, the body is supposed to be a temple because Krishna is in my heart. Then, in the middle is Vishnu, on one side Brahma, one side Lord Shiva. Okay? This is the Tulsi Patra. So this mark indicates that I'm a devotee of Vishnu or Krishna. It's called Vaishnava Tilak, separating me from Shaivites and others. This tilak signifies Vaishnava, servant of God. We also put on tilak as protection, to protect us from evil. And when I'm in the high schools and colleges, like I was earlier this week, I always tell the students, keep looking at me. Because when I'm wearing this tilak, I'm burning up your bad karma. You understand? When a person sees somebody with tilak, they are getting imperceptibly benedicted. Because this is the mark of the spirit. The denizens of the Vaikuntha also wear this tilak. So it means I'm a representative of the spiritual sky. And anyone who sees, like I'm looking at you, so I'm looking at your tilak, you are blessing me. Thank you very much. So we wear tilak for our own protection and to benedict others. We are the most munificent welfare workers on the planet. So as far as possible to benefit others, we wear Vaishnava tilak. Okay, I don't know about the Gopi Chandan. I don't know.
But you're talking only this tilak. What about other tilak?
Well, don't you wear it?
No.
That's for your protection.
Protection. Not
Yeah, but normally all you see is the forehead. This one's the most important. This one's the most important. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Okay? There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. Govinda. Govind. Hello. Why doesn't Krishna aspire for the fruits of action? I want to hear your answer. Why doesn't Krishna aspire for the fruits of action? Exactly. What does he need? We aspire for things because we're lacking. I want more money. I want a better house. I'm sick. We want things because and why do we want things? Because we're not satisfied. If you're completely satisfied, okay, after you eat tonight, you're going to eat to your full satisfaction. So when Kundan comes again, Prabhu, have 6 more chapatis. What are you going to say? No, Prabhu, I'm full. Right? I've been in so many houses, right? Especially Gujarati houses. You've eaten, then the husband comes. Prabhu, eat one for me. Then the wife comes. Prabhu, eat one for me. Why do you think I'm so fat? Because this has been going on year after year after year after year. Right? So Krishna is what? Apta Ram, self-satisfied, Apta Kam. Anything Krishna wants, who supplies it? Right? Radharani or Yogamaya. Krishna just has to think it. Boom! Wouldn't you love to have that facility? That's why we're not God. When we want something, we got to work for it, pay for it. And even still sometimes you don't get it. Right? All Krishna has to do is think it, boom. Oh, is Krishna great or what?
Desiratory.
Yeah. For instance, you know the story when Krishna was fighting that demon. And Krishna said, I don't want to bother this. So Krishna went to sleep. And the demon was waiting for Vishnu to wake up. So out of Vishnu's body came this woman. And she killed the demon. And then when Vishnu woke up, he saw this woman standing there. He saw the dead demon. He said, who are you? He said, I am your potency. While you were sleeping, I took care of the demon. Ah, what benediction you want. That's why we follow Ekadasi, all because of her. She said, I want these 2 days where nobody eats grains and beans. This is why we follow it. Blame it on her. Okay?
We should be great. It feels good.
See, I want these 2 days.
There are so many reasons behind that.
Huh?
There are so many, means other reasons there are.
For what?
Because of our body, we eat grain, right? So it's not good for us to eat the whole month.
Yes. Body needs a break. You're right. Yes.
And the food of the Ekadashi, it has a lot of protein like ram, rajagra, so it has more protein. And it's good for you.
Jai. Okay. So Krishna doesn't aspire for the fruits of action of Govinda because he already has everything. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. So again, the benefit of the disciplic succession. We follow the example of the previous acharyas, especially Srila Prabhupada. We especially follow Srila Prabhupada because he has designed this movement in such a way to make it the easiest possible way to become self-realized. Prabhupada's formula is perfected. He has made it so easy. Anyone who follows Prabhupada's formula will achieve love of Godhead. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra.